In this video, we're going to talk about how to find the slope from 2 points. So what I've shown you so far is how to find the slope from a graph. And on the graph, you have, or pick 2 points that are on the line, and you determine what the rise is, so you count up over the run. So if I was going to find the slope from this graph, I'm going to start here at this bottom point, and I'm going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces up for the rise, and then I'm going to run over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and because it's 5 spaces to the left, it's a -5. So then my slope would equal my rise over my run, which is going to be a rise of 7 over run of -5. Now, if you don't have a graph, you can still find the rise over the run using the 2 points instead without the graph. So in this case, my 2 points are -2, -3, and 7, -7, 4. Now, right here is the formula for finding slope when you're given 2 points. And this formula says slope, which is represented by the letter m, is equal to the y value for the second point minus the y value for the first point divided by the x value for the second point minus the x value for the first point. So what that means is we're going to identify this one as our first point and this one as our second point. And that's just arbitrary. That's what I'm picking to do. As long as we're consistent in what we use within the formula and where we place things, regardless of which one you pick as the first or the second, your answer should still come out the same. Now, with that said, I need to identify my first point as x1 and y1. So that means these values right below them, this is the value for x1 and this is the value for y1, and this is the value for x2 and this is the value for y2. So the value for x2 is -7 and y2 is +4. So now at this point all we do is we fill in what we know. So we're going to write my slope is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So y2 is equal to 4 and y1 is -3. So I'm going to write 4 minus -3, that's my numerator. And now I'm going to go back and look at my x values. My x2 is -7 and my x1 is -2. So we're going to write -7 minus -2. Now all I have to do is my math. I have minus a negative, and we know if I do change, that becomes positive, so let's go ahead and do that to both of those. And now I just do the math out. 4 plus 3 is 7, and -7 plus 2 is -5. So my slope is -7/5, and that matches the slope I had calculated right from the graph. All right, our next example is finding slope from 2 points. No graph this time. So again, my formula is going to be slope is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I'm going to start by naming this first point my first point, and this one my second point. So I'm going to name my variables. There's x1, y1, x2, y2. And I'm going to write my slope formula. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And yes, I still, even after all these years, I always write down the names of my points. And that's so I can go back and look and see if I made any mistakes, but it also keeps me on track when I'm doing the math. Often I see students trying to do this in their heads and they get the wrong answer. If you write it down, you leave your brain free to just do the math. All right, so let's start. My value for y2 is negative 4 and y1 is 1. So I have negative 4 minus 1 on the top, and then my values for x2 is negative 5, x1 is negative 3, so I have negative 5 minus negative 3. And I'm going to go ahead and do change down here. Now I'm going to do the math, and I have negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5. And I have negative 5 plus positive 3 is a negative 2. And I know a negative divided by a negative becomes a positive, so my slope is equal to 5 over 2. All right, let's look at one of two special cases, and I'm going to start right away by calculating my slope. I'm going to label my points x1, y1, x2, y2, and my slope equation is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And y2 is negative 2, and minus y1 is negative 2, over x2 is 7, minus x1 is 1. And I'm going to do change in my numerator, so I have negative 2 plus 2 is 0, and 7 minus 1 is 6. Now I have a 0 in my numerator, and that brings up a special condition. So I'm going to show you what it is by graphing these 2 points. So let's go and graph 1, negative 2 is there, and 7, negative 2 is there, and we'll draw a straight line between those 2 points. And what we've created is a horizontal line. And that horizontal line has an equation, and it is y is equal to negative 2. And horizontal lines have a slope equal to 0. So you don't want to leave your slope as 0 over 6 or 0 over a number. You want to say that your slope is equal to just 0, and that represents a horizontal line. All right, let's look at the last special case. Let's start by naming my points. I have x1, y1, x2, y2, and my equation for slope is m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is negative 5 minus y1 is negative 3 over x2 is negative 3 minus x1, which is negative 3. And if I do some change in these, I have negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2, and negative 3 plus 3 is 0. So now in this case, the 0 is in the denominator. So let's see what my line looks like in this case by graphing these 2 points. So the first point is negative 3, negative 3, negative 3, negative 3. And the second point is negative 3, negative 5, negative 3, negative 5. And I'm going to draw a line between those 2 points. And now in this case, I have a vertical line. And because it's vertical, my equation of the line is x is equal to negative 3. And the slope for this one is called undefined. Undefined. So the slope for a vertical line is always called undefined, and that's what you need to enter as the slope. You're not going to enter this as your answer. You're going to enter undefined as your answer.